Do you sense that there's something better for you, but you just can't seem to catch up to it? A bigger life, a better job, a happier relationship, whatever it is. You can feel it. You can feel that it's your potential. You can feel that it should be part of your future, and yet you can't quite catch up to it. And you like the idea of manifestation. It sounds good. Maybe you've even tried it and it's worked sometimes, but you haven't really been able to use it in a way that it can make you transform your entire life. If that's you, then I'd love to share with you the following training. I've just launched a new program, Manifest Your Dreams. And after I finished the day one exercise, I realized that it really was a great exercise, and I really would love for everyone to have it, whether you decide to join the program or not. So as my gift to you, go ahead and watch it. It's going to give you an exercise that's going to help pull your mind off of everything that's wrong, off those lower vibration thoughts, and take them and transform them into high vibration, potential focused thoughts. I'm also going to share with you the brain science in this assignment behind manifestation and why it works. So if manifestation hasn't worked for you before, I suspect it's because of the way your brain is structured, and this is going to help. Welcome to day one of Manifest Your Dreams. I am so excited for the work we're going to do today, because today is going to start to shift things immediately. It's going to shift the way you think, it's going to shift the way you vibrate, and it's going to start calling in manifestations once you do the assignment. It works that quickly. Before we jump into what the assignment is and why you're doing it, I just want to give you some background on why manifestation work may not have worked for you in the past, or why it may have worked up to a point and then not worked anymore. Because right now, if you've done work with a manifestation teacher before, if you've read a book, if you've done a workbook, you may have had so-so results. And you may be coming into this very cynical, and that's fair and that's fine, because I will be happy to accommodate that feeling and explain to you why a lot of manifestation work does not work for a number of people, and why this work will work for you no matter where you are in your journey. So today, the exercise we're going to do is going to be about pulling your focus away from what doesn't work in your life, what you don't like, which is natural. We all our minds naturally get called towards the negative because of the media messages we're surrounded by. We've trained our brains to pay attention to what isn't working, right? So this is going to pull you away from that and put your focus on what's possible. And it's not going to be hard. I promise you, you're not going to have to do a lot of efforting and thought work to get there. It's going to be so simple. You're going to be amazed, and it's not going to take you any time at all. So I said I was going to explain why other manifestation hasn't worked and why this will. So a lot of manifestation teachers are a certain type of person. They have a certain type of brain structure that calls them to manifestation work, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. The thing is, it's highly visual and highly right-brained. And so most manifestation teachers teach from that space, thinking that everyone works the way they do. And if you haven't studied brain science and psychology like I have, you wouldn't understand that what you're teaching isn't meant for everyone. So there's things like vision boards and certain types of visualization exercises, acting as if, writing in the present tense, things that for many brains will not work. So if you are a more practical person, if you are a linear thinker, if you have been traumatized as a child, if you struggled financially, emotionally, any of those things have happened to you at a young age, a lot of the manifestation work that's taught may not work for you yet. Now, here's the good news. Any work you've done already started the ball rolling. If you haven't seen the results of those manifestations coming into your life, it's not because the divine, the universe hasn't responded to you. It's because you have resistance up. Part of what we're going to do in this Manifest Your Dreams course is clear the resistance away. And it's going to be simple and easeful and I hope effortless. So let's jump into today's course. And, I mentioned brain science and psychology. So if you're new to me, I'm Patty Lennon. I'm the host of Manifest Your Dreams. I am a former type A corporate banker turns intuitive, where I also teach how to work with the magic that the universe, the divine, is supplying us. Now, that journey took me through a process of getting a master's in psychology and studying brain science deeply, because the practical part of me wanted to understand this manifestation stuff, how it works, why it works, and when it didn't work, why that was happening. So what I'm going to teach you is a combination of proven manifestation strategies, blended with the brain science, so you understand not only what you're doing, why you're doing, and why it's going to work this time. So if that sounds good to you, let's get to the exercise. So I mentioned for a lot of people, they can end up in resistance because their mind keeps going to what's wrong and the challenges in their life and the roadblocks in their life. And what happens when your brain is focused on that, even if you've created a vision for the future, even if you have a big dream, your brain is saying, no, this can't happen. And that energetic no puts up resistance to you receiving the manifestations the universe is delivering to you. The other problem with having your brain focus there is that it really shuts down your ability to create new desires. And new desires, you have to actually own your new desires in order for the universe to deliver results. So the universe will respond, the divine will respond when you ask, but you do have to ask. And if your brain's shutting you down to new ideas and new dreams, then the asking isn't happening. So right now, if I asked you, hey, what are your big dreams right now that you've never dreamed before? What's the newest, bestest, brightest future you can see for yourself? And what you see in front of you is sort of a blank wall. That is your brain getting in the way. And the reason is because it's just been through so much. This is especially alive for a lot of people right now. When we're doing this on May 23rd of 2022, as we start, everyone on the planet, the entire global community, is dealing with the post-stress of the trauma of a global pandemic. Whether you think you were traumatized or not, I promise you, your brain is functioning differently because of it. And rather than us fighting the brain, making it pretend like something works that doesn't, making it pretend like you're already a millionaire or in the perfect love relationship or have the most successful business or the happiest kids or whatever it is, the best health, rather than trying to force your brain to do something it really doesn't want to do, we're actually going to use its grumpiness. We're going to use its focus to propel you forward. So if you're ready, let's do this. So what you're going to do for today's assignment is you're going to make a list of everything that's wrong, okay? And that's not just what you're going to do, but that's the first step. So the first step is you want to get a piece of paper out, and you can find that in the course. You'll find the workbook has this already. And you're going to put a line through the middle of the page, and on one side you're going to have point of contrast, on the other side is going to be desire. Point of contrast is what we're lovingly referring to all the challenges, problems, things that are going on in your life that you don't like, because they are providing a contrast to what you do want. So your point of contrast is really just a fancy way of saying all the problems, all the complaints, all the challenges you have in your life. Now, if I ask you to make a list of that, I bet you that's a lot easier for you. And that's because your brain's on board. It's like, yes, let's get into this. Let's write down all the things we want to be different, right? So for step one, you're going to take that piece of paper with the line down the middle. If you're watching this some other way and you don't have the workbook, just take out your own piece of paper, line down the middle. On the left-hand side, point of contrast. And now you are going to make a list of all of these problems, challenges that you can come up with, everything your brain can do. Just put it on the paper. If you need to go to a second piece of paper, a third piece of paper, go ahead and do that. And go ahead and pause the video while you do that before we move on to step two. All right, so I'm hoping you paused the video and made the list. Don't jump ahead and see what we're going to do next, because it's going to work a lot easier for your brain. It's a lot easier to get your brain on board for this process if you do it in the order that I tell you. Simply because then your brain won't know what's coming and already jump in there to block you. So hopefully you've paused it, you've written your list, and now you're ready to go to step 2. So on step 2, you are going to take every item you wrote on the point of contrast side, and you are going to write what the opposite of it is. That is going to be your desire. So for instance, you have $10,000 in debt, and that's a problem for you. It's not a problem for everyone, by the way. There's no judgment there. But if it's a problem for you, it feels heavy, then the opposite side, what is the opposite of that? Is it debt-free? Is it debt-free plus $10,000 cash in your account? Is it debt-free plus, I don't know, $20,000 in your account, $40,000? Maybe there's other pieces of the puzzle there that tie to that particular amount of debt. Write that on the right-hand side of the page. Go to your next option. Let's say it's you have a partner that you live with and they are really messy, right? And you do not like mess. And you're like, my partner leaves their clothes around. They don't put away the laundry. They leave dishes in the sink, right? Any of these things? Okay, well, on the other side, it would be, I have a partner that is a 50% or 100% contributor to keeping our house orderly and neat and does it happily, right? If you have a messy person that does it happily is key, isn't it? Now you're just going to go down the list and finish every single item you've put on the left-hand side. You're going to put the opposite of it on the right-hand side. And once you are done putting all of your desires down, you are done for the day. That's all you have to do. Now, I promise you, just making that desire list has already started the manifestation magic happening, and your brain didn't even know what we were doing. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, but is that all I need to do to get a partner that, cleans up after themselves and loves doing it, and I have all this money in the bank and all of this? No, it's not. It's not. But we're going to take this slow because when we rush, when we try and get our brains doing things faster than it's ready to do, we just shut the process down. So this is all you're going to do for today. And then tomorrow you'll get the next assignment on what you're going to be doing with this piece of paper. So I hope you're excited. And I want you to right now, once you finish that assignment, just say, good job. Good job for yourself. Good job manifesting this awesome desire list because, hey, there are a lot of people that want to change their life and will never do anything about it. And you just did. So good job. I hope you enjoyed that assignment. If you want to continue with the Manifest Your Dreams program, I'd love to have you with us. To join, I am gifting it exclusively to our members right now in the Magic Lounge. That is my community membership where I offer weekly readings, tell you what the energy of the world is looking like right now, help you navigate the planet to invite in more magic to your life. You get access to lots of benefits, including coaching and Q&A calls with me. And right now, if you join right now, you're also going to get the gift of the Manifest Your Dreams program. So go to pattylennon.com/magic lounge and join now. Now, the awesome thing is this program, when I sell it, is going to be probably around $197. Right now, I'm gifting it to members in the Magic Lounge. And when you join, if you stay with us for at least 1 month, you can cancel anytime after that. I will let you keep the program as my gift to you, because I know you're going to love being in the Magic Lounge with us, because what you're going to find is how amplified the magic is for you when you're doing exercises in community, when you're surrounding yourself with people who are focused on bringing in love, being kind, improving the planet, and overall just being the highest and best versions of each other's selves. So if that sounds good to you, I'd love to see you in the Magic Lounge. Again, pattylennon.com/magic lounge. Come on in and join us.